What is up, everyone? Thanks for coming back. So I live in South Tampa and there is now a 9 o'clock curfew. We cannot be out past 9 like I'm going anywhere anyway. But I'm not even sure what the punishment is. It can't be any worse. It cannot be any worse than being stuck in a house listening to Paw Patrol and Sesame Street all day.
Now what starts with the letter C? Cookie starts with C. Let's think of other things that starts with C.
C is also for crazy, and I'm going in a little insane, so I might risk it. You might see, I might be in the back of a police car. No, I will not. Question of the day: Kevin Hart is your funny guy. He's the funny man. Overwhelming choice. No real surprise there.
The person I saw get kicked in the face, the reason why I laughed is because when he got kicked, he looked at us for confirmation. Like he needed approval on what just happened. He's like, yo. It was him, yeah. Better look at his other foot if he kicked you again. He's good. That guy's good.
I actually got a vote. I don't believe that person was serious, but hey, I'll take it. I also had to look up Fluffy, who Fluffy was. I actually know who he is. I didn't know that's his nickname, maybe. I don't know. All right, whatever. So, my TV2 and UPC kids, they're sending me their projects, which were due yesterday, but that's neither here nor there. I am getting some, and some of them, most of them, are phenomenal. So I'm very happy with that, and I'll keep showing these as long as I keep getting them. So we're gonna kick things off tonight with Amani Barraza. You may remember him. He was juggling toilet paper the last time we saw him. Well, he's back, and he brought his TP as well. Barraza, hit it.
Harry Kane. Son. Ali. Eriksson! Picture.
Well done, my man. Very clever right there. Next man up is Lissandro. He sent in a vlog about his daily life on lockdown. I love this because, as you'll see, he brought some flavor. He didn't just sit in front of a computer and talk. He took us around. Lissandro, you got the stage.
Alright, so from a project of Luna, a vlog, and basically I'm just going to show you what I do for the day in a day in the life of Lissandro during quarantine. So after waking up, I then continue to go onto my computer and finish and work on all of my assignments that are due. I work on my assignments for around 3 hours, so that takes around 3 hours of my day, and then I continue to just cross out the assignments as I finish them. 2 puppies. This one's named Luna, and that one's named Oreo. They're relatively new to the family, so we make sure we are able to potty train and take them out to make sure that they don't have any accidents in the house. But occasionally an accident or 2 happens in the house, and that's alright. They're still 2 months old, so they're still learning. Finishing all my chores and taking care of the animals in my house, I then have some free time on my hands, and with that free time I usually sit down on my bed, sit next to a fan, and play a game on my phone called Fortnite. And yeah, I'll show you some clips of me playing right now. Usually after playing, I'm pretty worn out, but sometimes me and my family, we like to do some fun quarantine things, you know? And yeah, I'll show you an example of one of the things we did.
Who will most likely become an alcoholic?
Who has the better grades?
Who has the better phone?
Who can drive?
And after doing fun things like that, I usually call it a night, because it's usually around 12 that we do those stuff. And yeah, that's a day in the life of Lissandro in quarantine. Hope you enjoyed.
So that is what I'm talking about. He's moving around. He puts us in different scenarios. He has family members drowning each other, right? I mean, what's better than that, huh? So keep those coming. I still need a lot from many of you. So bring those in. These are good examples of what I'm looking for. These are top notch. And so use these as inspiration. All right, TV1. Can't say it again, stress it enough. I need treatments, people. Don't get behind. A lot of people, a couple people have emailed me about like what is needed. for a treatment, I posted it before, but I posted it again. Plus, this YouTube channel, I've talked about what you need for a treatment. So, I'm not going to say you guys were lazy. If you just didn't understand it, that's fine. We'll go over it again if you need it. But read the post that I put up yesterday about treatments. It's pretty self-explanatory. Doesn't have to be too much. Most of the treatments haven't been that much. I just need to know that we're heading in the right direction, basically. Okay, moving along with those that are writing your first drafts. I know it's a tedious process. This actually will help for everyone, even on treatments as well. I read where 99% of all scripts that are submitted to be bought or made into a film are rejected after the first act, which means they're not bringing the flavor at the beginning. And what I read was, if you're not bringing it at the beginning, that's where your A game should be, then this movie's not going to get better towards the end. It's not like you're storing up all your good ideas for the end. So you gotta grab people right off the bat. There needs to be conflict in there. So we have our basic ideas. Now we need to develop those ideas.
First up, we have this setup. This is the beginning of the story where you're introducing your audience to the characters, the tone, the genre, and the setting of the story. You're pretty much giving the audience all the exposition or all the information that they need to know in order for you to tell the rest of the story. You can set a story up in 30 seconds. You can set a story up in 5 minutes. It depends on the story that you're trying to tell and the length of your short. Now, a good rule of thumb, be as brief as humanly possible with your setup, because a common mistake is people spending way too much time on their setup. Because if you got a 2-minute short film, you better not be spending 5 minutes on setup, just saying. Next, we have the inciting incident or the catalyst. This is where we introduce the main conflict or the big problem that your character has to solve. Or if your main character already has a problem, like Jason, then the inciting incident is usually some kind of opportunity to help solve that problem. In either case, the inciting incident is usually really easy to spot because it's the one event that kind of changes everything. It takes the status quo and shakes it all up. Next up, we have the rising action. After everything's been all set up and the main character now has his established goal, the rising action is about everything that that protagonist does to achieve that goal and the conflict that he faces along the way. In love stories, this is usually where the relationship progresses and they get to know each other and things get all serious. In general, the stakes should raise, the conflict should intensify, and there should be a build in tension. Note, there can be no rising action without a character or characters who have a clear goal, because the tension and the suspense come from watching those characters or that character struggle to achieve that goal. The climax. We all recognize the climax when we see it. It's the most exciting moment of the film. It's when all the conflict comes to a head and all the tensions got to get resolved. The whole film builds to this climax thing. Last but not least, we have the resolution. This is the falling action of the film where we resolve any remaining tensions and conflicts and tie up any loose ends.
Alright, y'all, that is it. Until tomorrow, wash your hands. If you don't see me, that means I was out past curfew. I won't do that. Have a great day, everyone.